Last night's WWE Raw wasn't just a wrestling show. No, it was a celebration. A celebration of structure, discipline, storytelling, and above all, excellence. The Chadster can barely contain himself, and he's telling you right now, this wasn't just Monday Night Raw. This was art. Pure, glorious sports entertainment art. From the very first moment Naomi stepped through that curtain, glistening with gold and pride, the Chadster knew it was going to be a night for the ages. She wasn't just holding that women's championship for the cameras. She was holding validation, strategy, the triumph of long-term booking. And the Chadster, he was shaking, he was standing, he was clapping with tears in his eyes and Seagram's withdrawal in his heart. Keighleyanne doesn't understand, she never did. That's why she dumped out the Chadster's last 4 cans of Seagram's Escape Spiked. That's why she took the Miata keys. That's why the Chadster had to sit there sober and dry-mouthed, trembling as Raw began, but that's also why the Chadster will always choose WWE over them. Because WWE gives the Chadster reason to believe. Naomi stepped up to the mic and explained her brilliance. This wasn't an accidental win. This wasn't a swerve. This was a plan. The kind of long-form, purposeful arc you just don't see in Tony Khan's improv playground. She timed it. She executed it. She seized her moment with the precision of a tactician, not a fluke artist. And that's what separates WWE stars from AEW's, do whatever you want, who needs a script, mentality. Then the music hit. Rhea Ripley. The nightmare. The powerhouse. The former champ, still breathing fire. And then Iyo Sky. Silent but deadly. Calm but dangerous. A genius with boots on. Suddenly the ring was filled with tension. Not chaos. Not barbed wire. Not surprise exploding skateboards. No. Just 3 elite athletes and one question. Who walks into SummerSlam with a claim to the crown? Enter Adam Pearce. Orderly. Clear. Professional. No running down the ramp. No referees flying everywhere. No unnecessary tables exploding. Just calm authority. He laid it down like a general. Triple threat match. SummerSlam. Naomi vs. Rhea Ripley vs. Iyo Sky. Now that's wrestling. That's what the business is supposed to be. And the Chadster, he was floored. It reminded the Chadster why he fell in love with this business in the first place. It reminded him of the Attitude Era, but without the cheap vulgarity. Of ruthless aggression, but with more finesse. It reminded him that WWE still leads the way, while others try to play catch-up with their half-baked stables and hashtag booking. Every segment that followed, flawless. Every promo, sharpened to a point. Every move, legal, safe, precise. And the Chadster couldn't help but reflect, Tony Khan could never. Never. While AEW books 23-man tag matches with 7 referees and 14 storylines crashing into one another like demolition derby cars, WWE offers clean, scripted progression. That's not weakness. That's strength. That's control. That's sports entertainment. Naomi didn't have to scream. She didn't have to do a moonsault off a ladder wrapped in LED lights while a band played her entrance theme live. She just spoke. Like a champion. And Rhea. Oh, Rhea carried herself like the former champ she is, angry, hungry, but never desperate. She didn't swing a chair. She didn't light anything on fire. She just stared, knowing that the war would come, and that SummerSlam would be the battlefield. Iyo Sky. Silent as the moon. Dangerous as a blade. She doesn't need to talk. She lets her actions tell the tale. And the Chadster. He was pacing the living room. Barefoot. Furious that Keighleyanne had removed every can of Seagram's from the fridge, but also grateful, because clarity hit hard. WWE is still king. When the crowd popped, it wasn't for shock value. It wasn't because someone debuted out of nowhere with no context. It was because of continuity. Because fans care when they're given reason to care. AEW gives you content. WWE gives you consequence. The Chadster wept when the triple threat was made official. Real tears. Not just because of the match itself, but because it felt earned. SummerSlam won't be 3 women randomly chosen from Twitter polls. It'll be a culmination. And when that bell rings, the crowd won't be confused. They'll be invested. Keighleyanne never understood that. She said the Chadster needed to cool it with the wrestling. That throwing Seagram's at the TV during AEW was an overreaction. But she doesn't get it. It's not just about wrestling. It's about integrity. Tony Khan mocks that integrity every time he lets someone cut an unscripted 13-minute promo that goes nowhere. WWE guards that integrity like a fortress. And Naomi's victory, Rey's response, Iyo's silence, and Pearce's decree. That was a masterclass in wrestling integrity. So while Keighleyanne sleeps peacefully upstairs, unaware of the greatness unfolding beneath her roof, the Chadster remains awake, pacing, grateful, stone-cold sober, and utterly vindicated. Because WWE is still the top of the mountain. In Monday Night Raw, it's still the standard. Let the others scramble for clicks and chaos. WWE will give us legends. And the Chadster, he'll be right here, praising every second, one can less, Miata less moment at a time. Thank you, WWE. Thank you, Naomi. And thank you, Adam Pearce, for reminding us that order isn't boring. It's beautiful.